So Drake, along with his team, catch a slight win, if you want to call it that, in his lawsuit against UMG. And to my knowledge and understanding, what's going on and occurring is that UMG was trying to delay the discovery process, but a judge by the name of Jeanette uh, Vargas, ruled in favor of Drake and his team and said, nah, let's go right on ahead with the discovery process, in his lawsuit against the record label over the Kendrick Lamar Not Like Us. Now, one of Drake's attorneys by the name of Michael, he's quoted as saying, now it's time to find out what UMG has really been hiding. And Drake's team is seeking documents, including all contracts between UMG and Kendrick Lamar, and the salaries and incentive plans for senior record label staff like the CEO, etc. And here's my thing. We all know that these big wig record labels, these machines are dirty at the end of the day. They entice and promote black beef and black drama. They fan the flames, when it comes to beef and drama. They promote it to, a certain degree in all actuality. And they rob black artists blind without having a gun. This is why black artists, they gotta pay close attention to the paperwork and do they due diligence on their behalf before they put their John Hancock on any piece of paper. But I digress. But yeah, Drake is just a sore loser, who's mad that he got an L on his jacket, and he got to live with that. So he's just doing things right now to try to save face. And while I think he wants the contract between Kendrick Lamar and UMG, is like he previously stated before, and falsely said that, putting out the false narrative that Kendrick Lamar's album sales were artificially blown up by UMG and Spotify. So I think he's trying to make some correlation to say our brother Kendrick Lamar don't got organic, natural album sales of the Not Like Us album, but that the record label UMG along with Spotify, artificially blown our brother sales up, and that's a bunch of nonsense because our brother Kendrick Lamar got his sales organically, and naturally grown and brought about because what Kendrick Lamar had was the support of the black grassroots along with the street elements, and the community rallying behind him and supporting solidarity. And when you got the black grassroots, the streets, and the community in general rallying behind you and supporting solidarity, they take a good song, and they turn it into a smash hit, a classic, that'll go on forever, and that's what we have a case of here. Our brother Kendrick Lamar had the support of the black community rallying behind him and supporting solidarity. And Kendrick Lamar, if you ask me, truth be told, he been catching all kind of hell lately since he been riding high on the success wave. And this ain't no coincidence. It's done by design because only when you black and successful do you catch all kind of hell and slack, because now you become a mechanism that can hurt the status quo to the dominant white society. And they don't like this. They don't like this one bit, and Kendrick Lamar has just been catching all kind of slack in hell lately, like I said, because if it ain't one thing, it's another. They was, giving our brother hell because at that Super Bowl performance, he ain't have no white faces up there. The white supremacists was mad, along with the Latino collaborators to the system of racism, white supremacy. It's perfectly cool that we ain't got no, white faces on stage with us, this, that, and the other. We ain't gotta invite everyone to the cookout. Everyone for sure as hell ain't checking about us, inviting us to partake in everything that they have. So it's cool to not be, all inclusive. Some things will be exclusive where, just black society will be invited. And that's perfectly cool. So they can miss me with that, because like I said, Kendrick Lamar, I mean, not Kendrick Lamar, but Drake is just mad in all actuality because he took that huge L and upset and he took it on the mainstream stage of, the whole entire world got to see that L. It was put out there in the public lexicon. So we just trying to do anything to save face. And what I'm hoping don't happen is, they try to target our brother Kendrick Lamar in this whole, thing, and really, bring the hammer down on him because, you know, um, the dominant white society and the white supremacist society, they try to scapegoat and make black people the fall guys. So I'm just hoping they don't bring, our brother and wrap him up into all of this, But in closing, Drake ain't nothing more than a sore loser. He's disgruntled, mad, and acting femaleish and trying to save face. Just my thoughts on the matter. Peace.